Jeff, how would you say your wide receiver room, how has their confidence in Trace grown now that they had a whole season playing with him?
Oh, just to be able to see the chemistry, year two going into the system, they're understanding the little details. But it's been a great camp, to see how well they've meshed with all the quarterbacks, not just Trace, but even Tommy. We're excited about this upcoming season. Obviously, we got a lot of talent in both rooms and a lot of returning players, a lot of guys that have made a lot of big-time catches. So they continue getting better. Our quarterbacks are playing at a really high level. Our receivers are playing at a really high level, and we're looking forward to that being displayed on Saturdays.
Josh, how many guys do you anticipate playing at receiver this year?
We can play up to 7, but for a mainstay, we'll probably play about 6 guys. And we've got a very talented room. We feel like we've got 6 guys that could go out there and start for us any day of the week. Possibly 6 guys that can start for any Big Ten team. And so we're blessed to have the room that we have. I think the hardest part is figuring out how much playing time each guy's going to get. And that's not a knock on talent, but some guys are just going to get a little bit more. But it makes my job a little bit harder to figure out the rotation.
And typically with an O-line or something, Josh, you would have 5 known starters. Will you rotate guys around depending on opponents you may face and that sort of thing? We will.
We're going to try to keep guys fresh. We feel like there's no drop-off from our first group to our second group. And really, when we say ones, that could just be 3 receivers. Ultimately, we're confident enough in those guys that are not with that one group to go out there and get the job done and win a lot of games for us. So we're excited. Obviously, the key to everything is staying healthy. So we're going to be able to rotate guys, keep them fresh, and keep them there for the long run.
Is that your call during the game? How do you determine who's in and out? You totally?
Yeah, I control our lineup at receiver, and that's based on a week-to-week basis, how guys prepare for the week, how well they practice. But ultimately, it's my job to keep all those guys fresh. If guys have deep plays, and we'll pull them out for a breather or so. But we're going to have a group that we're going to try to ride, but we're also going to have a group that's going to be able to be capable backups and make a lot of plays for us.
From your perspective, has Trace been more precise this offseason than he was last offseason?
Trace has been precise. He's an unbelievable leader. He rallies the offense, and everybody has 100% faith and trust in him. But like I said, just that level of being in year 2, how much more comfortable everyone is in the system. We're changing some things. We've made some things better that we're doing from a pass game standpoint. So the guys, they have full trust in what we're doing, full buy-in, and it's really been exciting to see their development.
Has a clear number 1 target sort of emerged through camp? And if not, who are the guys who are in the conversation for that?
Our number 1 target is whatever the defense does to us. It's going to be predicated on who that number 1 target is. We've got 4 guys out there, counting Mike Gesicki, who could easily be our number 1 receiver. I don't think you can judge anybody on our team based on how many catches they have per week, because everything we do is predicated off what the defense is giving us. So we're not going to force our hand and just force it to one guy. We're going to spread the ball around. And that's a neat thing about this offense is we do spread the wealth. Not only do our receivers talented, but our tight end room is just as talented. We like to get our running backs involved in the pass game. So it really takes a talented, unselfish player to help us make our offense be as successful as possible.
How big is this? Talk this spring about Juwan Johnson and what he was able to do. How is he carrying knowing that word is out? And obviously any other guys who have broken out this fall like he made it meet like he did back in the spring.
Juwan's going to have an unbelievable year. He's playing at an extremely high level, probably or possibly could be the highest level we've ever had here right now in practice. It would not shock me if he went out there and just dominated this whole year, which he will. That's not a shock. Just the level of confidence I have in him and his abilities, his maturity. I think one of the things that he was able to gain last year was to learn from Chris and how mature Chris was in his preparation. Juwan easily could have played a lot of football for us last year. He could have started for us. Actually, he did start one game, but we were just so comfortable having Chris Godwin. But he's going to be another guy that's going to make a ton of plays for us. Another guy that's having a strong camp is Deshaun Hamilton. He's a guy as a 5th-year senior. He just continues getting better. He's a guy that's dedicated to his craft. He wants to get better, and it's really neat to watch a guy that's played a lot of football, guy that's been multiple All-Big Ten receiver, continue to want to get better. And so those guys as well as the other guys, DeAndre Tompkins, Saeed Black, Brandon Polk has really came on, as well as Irvin Charles probably had his best 2 weeks. So I'm just excited about the group. I feel really blessed to be out there and coach these guys. There's no egos in the room. Each one of them want them to be successful, and it's pretty neat when you got a guy like Deshaun Hamilton, who's a 5th-year senior that wants to see the other guys succeed as well.